Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Lisa Gordon coming to you from the Natural Health Improvement Center of Columbia, Maryland. And tonight we're going to be talking about women's health. Women struggle with our health in several ways. We can get thyroid imbalances like hyper or hypothyroidism or Hashimoto's thyroiditis, PCOS, migraines, infertility, struggles with menstruation or menopause, fatigue, insomnia, hot flashes, foggy brain, or even chronic pain. I am the owner and the doctor at the Natural Health Improvement Center of Columbia, Maryland. What I know is that your body can heal itself when it's given what it needs to be well. I'm a traditionally trained chiropractor who has added very accurate methods of analyzing each individual person's health so each of my patients can get exactly what they need. I have been in practice for 33 years. I absolutely love this amazing career because my patients get well. Sometimes they even come in with a frown and they always go out with a smile. Chiropractic and nutrition response testing have worked for me, for my health, and I know it can work for you. Symptoms are messengers. They mean your body is yelling at you to pay attention and do something. Symptoms indicate that your body is out of balance. The good news is that in almost all cases, this can be corrected once the underlying causes are found and what your unique body needs is supplied in a natural and healthy way. And we do that here by way of nutritional supplements that are all natural, made from food and natural herbs only. And we also do that by way of chiropractic care and cranial work, which helps in enormous ways to normalize the immune system, the nervous system, and allow the body to heal from a structural perspective and also, interestingly enough, from a cellular perspective. So we approach health in various different ways. And I love that about my practice because there's so much healing that happens here. What I want to do is to teach you what you can do at home, just in case you might not even need a professional like me. There's a lot that you can do at home, and that's what I want to introduce you to today and give you some ways to optimize your health at home. So sometimes it is enough to make lifestyle and dietary changes, and I'm going to tell you what some of those are right now. In terms of diet, some people don't like to hear this, but if you've been listening to me for a while, you know what I'm about to say. Sugar and alcohol challenge a woman's body and they throw it out of balance. So, my first piece of advice is to reduce sugar and alcohol. You might struggle at first, but I promise you will feel better once you reduce or even in some case eliminate sugar and alcohol. I know that that's true for me. I know that I feel worse when I have sugar and worse when I have alcohol and better when I don't. So for me, it's been a matter of getting to a point where I'm not craving those things, but rather over the course of my being under care myself, I've been able to get to the point where I can choose to have something. We just had a birthday in my family and there was delicious cake and I decided, well, I'll have a little bit of it and I know that I might not sleep as well tonight. And so I made that choice, and you can have that choice too. I might not have slept well that night. I might be in a bit of a groggy mood the next day, something like that. But I might make that choice knowingly. It's not that I'm craving it and I have to have it. I know what the consequences are, and I then make a choice about it. You can have that too. And some people choose to never have sugar at all or never have alcohol at all. And that's fine too, because that's what they need to do. So I want you to be able to know that all these things are choices. You have choices about how you feel and what you do to make you feel a certain way. It takes some practice, it takes some time to learn. If you're used to eating a certain way for a long time, you may not know the effect of various foods and various activities and various things on how you feel. But as you get more aware of it, you will learn what you like and what you don't like, what's healthy for you and what's not healthy for you, and what the consequences are when you choose to do something that you know might not be the healthiest for you. So in essence, this gives you the power and the control over your life that you might be looking for. And you'll actually end up healthier as a result of having this knowledge. So here what we do is we educate. We do a lot of educating people in our practice. So other than that, other than sugar and alcohol, what can you add to your diet? You want to add foods that have calcium in them and other minerals. Minerals are the building blocks of the body. Protein and minerals are the building blocks. Some examples are salmon, broccoli, dark leafy green vegetables, pumpkin seeds, eggs, and yes, even dark chocolate. Get the best quality chocolate you can have, and if you are going to splurge on a little bit of something sweet, that's a very good thing to splurge on. That's my go-to. I have a little bit of chocolate every now and then, and I really like it a lot. Now, here's a fun fact about breast cancer prevention. When women eat just one mushroom per day, they have a 64% decrease in their risk of breast cancer. This is very important. And when you add a daily cup of green tea, you decrease your risk even further. So I'm all about empowering people to be healthy. And if you know these little pieces of information, again, you can choose to do that. It's pretty simple. If you like mushrooms, eat them. If you like green tea, drink it. Herbal teas can be very supportive of women's body. Green tea is not really an herbal tea, although it is from a plant. It does have caffeine in it. And most of the time when people talk about herbal tea, they talk about tea that doesn't have caffeine in it. So now I'm going to talk about teas that don't have caffeine in them. Raspberry leaf tea is something that through the ages has been used to support women's health, ovarian health. A lot of women love to have raspberry leaf tea when they have their period or when they're pregnant or trying to get pregnant. It's a very supportive tea for women's health. Chamomile tea is very relaxing. And sometimes when we are out of balance, we might get irritated and that kind of thing, or we might not be able to sleep very well. Chamomile tea is an excellent choice. And that might be a choice you could make instead of having alcohol because it's calming. And sometimes when people want to go for alcohol, it's because they want that calming effect. So try to have some chamomile tea first. You can always go for the glass of wine later if you must. Ginger tea is also very nice. And another thing that I love to do, I really do like the dark chocolate, and I love the cacao. So cacao is the bean that the cocoa bean that the chocolate is made of, and you can get raw cacao. CACAO is how it's spelled. Raw cacao powder. You can get organic. And you can just put it in a cup with some water. It's quite bitter. It's not sweet. You can sweeten it with a little honey or maple syrup or something like that if you like. I'm a little hardcore when it comes to that. I just drink it straight. And it's a little bitter, but it does definitely give you that mineral boost that chocolate gives you. So that's another good choice. Probiotic foods are very good for women's health. Kombucha, sauerkraut, kimchi, and miso help heal the gut, which is very important for hormonal health, emotional health, and brain health. Epsom salts baths are lovely, and while you're relaxing, you're going to absorb the magnesium from the Epsom salt. So a lot of this has to do with how to do some self-care, how to get yourself nice and relaxed. Epsom salts are very nice. And also if you have any chronic muscle pain or even acute muscle pain or just want to relax at the end of the day, Epsom salts is very good for muscles. Exercise is very important as well. Our bodies are meant to move. So sitting on the couch all the time is not a good idea. We need to move. Our blood needs to move. Our lymph system, our immune system, we need movement, our oxygen, and so on. Gentle exercise such as yoga and Pilates are very good. And even just doing easy stretches in whatever way your intuition tells you to go are ways of tuning into your inner wisdom. And as women, we really do have inner wisdom. There's so much we can know if we can relax and tune in. And stretching just this way and that. Maybe you want to dance around your living room. Those are lovely ways of doing exercise and just kind of doing some self-care movement. It's really, really nice to do those things. Walking outside in the fresh air is one of the best things you can do. If you want to do a gentle jog, the way I got started, because I jog a little bit, is to walk 100 steps and jog 100 steps. Walk 100 steps, jog 100 steps. And for me, what was really nice about that was that I knew I could jog just very lightly and a little bit, and counting in my head was sort of meditative because I couldn't really think about anything else. So it's a nice way to get away from your troubles and really, sometimes our thoughts get away from us. So it's nice to just count. And if you're counting steps and getting exercise and getting fresh air, it's a really nice thing to do. Do that for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever you like. I tend to do it for about 20 minutes. So work up to your comfort level and know that if you're feeling physically or emotionally irritable, exercise and a big glass of water or a cup of chamomile tea might be just exactly what you need to settle back into a comfortable place. I want to mention another very important thing about women's health and posture. Those of us who are heavy-breasted often have upper back and neck pain due to the weight of our breasts. This can happen at any age, and I often talk about choosing supportive bras as part of spinal health, in addition to the chiropractic care that I give. We are very fortunate in our community to have an excellent place to get advice and great bras. Feel free to ask me for that referral. I'll be happy to give it to you. Chiropractic care is a safe and natural method of improving the body's ability to heal. Some of my patients get both nutrition response testing and chiropractic, and some get only one or the other. For many women, chiropractic adjustments help with menstrual cramps, sciatica, acid reflux, and even pregnancy-related discomfort. And of course, after women have the babies are growing and they're carrying lots of paraphernalia, and they're carrying the car seat and the baby is growing. And so the women need care as well as the baby sometimes. Because birth is difficult for both babies and mamas. Women often hold tension in our hips and our lower back as well as our necks. A good chiropractor like me is these women's best friend. Remember, although medications are sometimes needed, taking them usually just covers up the symptoms, or even worse, it causes more complicated problems to occur down the road. It's very important to find and handle the reason your body went out of balance, whether that's structurally, you have neck pain, you have back pain, or even in an organ, in a sense of the organs and the nutrients. Our thyroids go out of balance, our pituitary glands, our adrenals, our livers, our hearts, our intestines, all kinds of things can go out of balance and really struggle. So if you're having difficulty with finding the reason that your body went out of balance, we should find that out so the symptoms don't need to yell at you and cause you such discomfort. So if lifestyle and dietary changes as the ones that I just mentioned, and more you might even know about more, there are a lot of things that you can do. If those things don't eliminate your symptoms, it's time to call my office and make an appointment to see what your body is missing. I'll find out what your body is trying to tell you using a very accurate method called nutrition response testing. With nutrition response testing, I'll analyze exactly which organs and glands and structure and your spine and everything is which ones are struggling and exactly what nutrients you're missing and whether you need chiropractic or whether you need nutritional support or what it is that you need. You deserve to be healthy and happy so that you can regain the shining light that lives within you. And I really believe that every single person was born with a light inside, and that the way to make the world a better place is for each of us to be healthy enough to shine that light in the world. If this talk has created some curiosity as to whether my practice is the one that will help you the most, let's set up a free phone or video consultation so we can get to know each other and determine whether to work together using nutrition response testing or chiropractic or both. I also do a wonderful technique called advanced allergy therapeutics, and that'll be in another talk. But feel free to call and make an appointment, and there's absolutely no obligation. If you have a talk with me and we find that this isn't a good match for you, that's perfectly fine. So feel free to give us a call. You can learn more at my website, which is drlisagordon.com. So drlisagordon.com. At my fan page on Facebook, which is I think where you are right now, which is at Dr. Lisa Gordon. Or on YouTube, we've got some videos on YouTube at Natural Health Improvement Center of Columbia, Maryland. So call us at 667-240-2923 and let's arrange a time for a chat. Thanks so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.